Hello and welcome to Die Hard United, one stop for everything Manchester United. My name is Jude and I'm here to talk about all the latest news concerning United coming out today. I hope you had a great weekend. There were some news that came out in the weekend concerning Maguire, and also Onana is likely to be done this week. And also Fred, some news on Fred. We are building to a new centre back, and also it seems Bruno is going to be the new captain of Manchester United. We'll talk about that, but let's get straight into everything, starting with, of course, the Manchester United captain, Harry Maguire. And it says a Man United valuation of Harry Maguire could prevent him from leaving the club this summer unless there's a compromise on any fee. United are understood to have valued Maguire at £50 million as starting price, a figure that is highly unlikely to be offered by any club. So tell me in the comment section below, which club do you think will be willing to pay £50 million for Harry Maguire? Because I don't think any club will be willing to do that. Maguire is on 200k a week at the club, and also I don't think any club is willing to pay him 200k a week to move to come to them. So it is really complicated, and it seems that there's a chance that he might stay if we're not able to sell him. Because in my own opinion, Harry Maguire is worth around 30 to 35 million pounds at most. So at that fee, someone could definitely come for him. But if we are strong on the stance that we want to sell him at around 50 million pounds, then Harry Maguire is going to be at this club and going to be the fourth choice centre back at Manchester United. But that's up to him and up to the club anyway. I don't really care. But the only problem I have with it is that if we don't sell him, how are we going to sign a new centre back? And Ten Hag definitely wants a new centre back because he wanted Kim Min-jae, who has signed for Bayern Munich, but now he wants Axel Disasi, who plays for Monaco, but also Newcastle are also interested in him. And if we don't move forward with that deal, Newcastle are going to get him. So it means we are going to lose two centre backs to two different clubs because we are unable to sell players. So let's see what happens. But also with Harry Maguire, it is said that it was reported yesterday that Harry Maguire would hold talks with Ten Hag in the next days. There are chances for him to leave the Old Trafford this summer. I've already talked about that. And also, Harry Maguire is set to officially lose the captain armband at Manchester United this week, even if he refuses to leave. So even if Maguire stays or if he goes, it seems like we're going to be appointing a new captain. And of course, the choice is pretty obvious. Bruno Fernandes most likely is going to be our new captain, either by vote from the players or maybe by Ten Hag appointing Bruno. But I think it's going to be by vote from the players. And if that happens, it's very obvious Bruno Fernandes is going to win that vote. So it's likely that Bruno Fernandes will be our new captain for next season. And of course, he's the perfect captain. He has that vocality, he has the character, he's always fit, plays every game, not afraid to criticize, and so also his own biggest critic. So, and Bruno Fernandes is definitely on the pitch. Bruno Fernandes will be able to motivate the players and motivate himself. And one important thing is that as a captain, if you're constantly playing bad, then you cannot command the respect of the team. But Bruno Fernandes in that pitch is always working hard, he's always doing well. So definitely he's going to be a very good captain, because when he's playing well, if he shouts at you to play well, you cannot shout at him bad because he's playing very well. You have to come up a level. But Harry Maguire, who plays pretty bad in almost every game for us, when you are playing bad, you can't shout at another player also playing bad, because I'm like, why are you shouting at me? You are playing bad, I'm playing bad, and you're shouting at me to play better. First of all, talk to yourself first before you talk to me. So things like that. We need a captain that is always consistent, always on a high level. Someone like Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, Rafael Varane, those kind of players are definitely very good captain choices. But Bruno is definitely going to win that race, because last season, Bruno Fernandes was definitely our captain, even though Maguire was the club captain. But in the pitch, it was Bruno Fernandes. So I think we're going to see him continue with that. So that's that for that. For Onana, like I said, it's going to be the Onana, what's my name? It's going to be Onana week. This week is going to be the week where we're going to sign Andre Onana as Manchester United new goalkeeper. So we'll have to wait and see how that progresses. But for now, the fee hasn't been agreed with Inter yet. And Fabrizio Romano says this deal could be done by Wednesday or Thursday. So definitely for today, tomorrow, we'll get some new update concerning that. We might get a year we go today. We can get a year we go today. Then tomorrow, then from tomorrow to Thursday, we might look at him coming over to quarantine, doing his medicals, and then official shots and videos, and then the announcements. But definitely, Onana will be done this week. That is for sure. Onana will be done by this week. And also, Fred has picked new agents. It came out yesterday that Fred has changed his agency to the same as Gabriel Jesus of Arsenal, and he says Fred has now picked new agents. He could leave Man United this summer as Fulham will bid for him, but also Saudi clubs are interested. Fred is under contract until 2024 and is thinking about his future as he wants a more important role. If Fred is to stay at United, he wants to be a regular player. He wants to be an important player for the team, and that cannot happen. Fred is not good enough to be our first team player. Fred, at best, is a bench player for us, and he doesn't want that. So it's looking like Fred is going to leave. If he goes to Fulham, I think he could start most of their games, so he could do well there. If he goes to Saudi, he will earn a lot of money and still go there and play a lot of games. So whichever decision he decides to make, that's up to him. But it's looking like Fred is definitely going to leave the club this summer and is pushing for a move. So that is that for that. And like I said before, concerning the new captain choice, Bruno Fernandes is likely to be our new captain, but we will have to wait and see what comes out from that. And also, he says that Ten Hag is looking to sell 4 first-team stars following David De Gea's exit. Like I said, I wanted to say this thing before. Ten Hag allowed Cristiano Ronaldo leave. Now he's allowing David De Gea leave. If we don't use that same ruthlessness in selling players, it will be very, very, very disappointing, because we need to clear the squad. And if you are telling Ronaldo to leave, if you are telling David De Gea to leave, then you have to do that same thing to Harry Maguire, to Sancho, to Fred, to McTominay, to Brandon Williams, to Alex Telles, to Bailly. All these players has to go. So if we are being ruthless, we shouldn't be ruthless to just by telling Ronaldo, I'm not going to use you as a first team player. Telling David De Gea, you're going to be my second choice keeper. I'm going to put on lower wages. We have to do that same thing, because it's been said that Harry Maguire will meet with Ten Hag, right? He needs to tell Harry Maguire, you're going to be my first choice centre back, and I want you to leave. Same thing to McTominay. You're not good enough. Okay, I'm not going to use you that much, so I'll be happy if you choose to push a move. He needs to be ruthless to many players, not just if you are being ruthless to our club legend, you should be ruthless to overpriced 80 million defender, the inconsistent McFred, and also the flop of Jadon Sancho. You have to be, and also Anthony Martial. Why do I always forget Anthony Martial? Also needs to ship out Anthony Martial. He's too inconsistent, always injured. You have to tell these players straightforward, I want you to leave. So let's not just be ruthless to the easy ones, to the David De Gea's, to the Ronaldos. We have to be strict with everybody, because we need to ship as many players as possible. And if we don't do that, then how do we bring players in? It was reported that Ten Hag is interested in signing Joao Felix on loan. But how will he do that if he doesn't sell Martial, or if he doesn't sell somebody? Because it's pretty simple. To sell to buy. If you can't reduce the wages, if you can't make some money off selling players, how do you sign new players? Because the squad already is too big. So for this to work, we have to sell players, and we definitely have to sell as many as possible. And of course, I don't think many of them are going to go. I don't think McTominay will leave, but Fred is going to leave anyway. And I don't think, as it stands, I don't think Maguire will leave, because as it is now, no club is really pushing for him. So if only Fred leaves, Bailly leaves, Telles leaves, Brandon Williams leaves, it's still not good enough. It's still not good enough for me. One of Sancho or Martial has to go also for that to be okay. So then if one of those players goes, we can be able to bring somebody to replace them. Somebody who is fresh, someone who is new, someone who Ten Hag wants. Not just the ghost of the players of the past and the rest. So I didn't even mention Donny van de Beek, because he says that Donny van de Beek is now exploring options to find a new club this summer as expected. No contacts taking place with AS Roma as it stands. No negotiations despite reports. So also, if Donny van der Beek isn't good enough to start for Ten Hag, the manager he played his best football under, then it's also time for him to leave, because I had hope that since Ten Hag was coming, Ten Hag is going to be able to revive his career that Ole destroyed. But Ten Hag is here, has been here for 1 year, and we have not seen a glimpse of any hope for Donny van der Beek. So I think also Donny van der Beek is going to leave also. And of course, it didn't end really well. We had really high hopes for him. I gave him enough time. Everybody gave him enough time, but I don't know. Ever since the Ole era, he just haven't seemed to recover from that. He looks like he's out of the club in his mentally, but physically he's still here. So the whole point is Ten Hag needs to be ruthless for things to really move on with this club. Don't just be ruthless to the Ronaldos and the David De Gea's. Be ruthless with the Maguires, the McTominays, the Freds, the Anthony Martial, the Sancho, the Donny van der Beek. These players need to leave, and if they leave, then we can have a better summer. But right now, it's looking like we're going to get and the Onana, we're voting Mount, and then Rasmus Højlund next after we get Onana done. So we'll be looking for a year to go from Onana very, very soon. And I guess that's all for now. Like, the summary of everything I said is Maguire, Man United want around £50 million for Maguire. Nobody's willing to pay that. Let's see if the club are going to reduce that fee. It is on another week, and well, it's going to be done deal. Here we go, announced official this week, hopefully. And Fred is looking to push a move out of the club, and we're interested in Axel Disasi of Monaco, centre back, but also Newcastle also interested. Who wins that race? We'll find out. And Bruno Fernandes as new Manchester United captain. Let's see what happens with all these things. And also, our first preseason game of the season is going to be played on Wednesday, 4 p.m. against Leeds in Norway. I'm also looking forward to that game. Also, the game is going to be live on the Manchester United app. So if you don't have the app, go download the app so you can watch the game live. And I'm going to be talking about that game after it is being played. So let's see what happens with that. That's all for now. This is That Has United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. And I will see you all on the next one. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on that notification bell so that you get news whenever I post any new content. Have a good day.